Namine. Hare Krishna. So today is verse number 47. So yesterday we saw, after explaining about the three modes and different categories, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, in different modes, Krishna explained that all these people in different modes, they can attain the Supreme. How? By worshipping the Supreme, they can attain the perfection. So they should not give up their work. They should carry on their work, but do that work for satisfaction of the Supreme, who is the maintainer of everyone. But still, it will come right. We may think that doing our swakarma is also not easy. Many times it is difficult. And doing our karma looks difficult, but doing somebody's karma looks easier. So what should be done in that case? So Krishna explains in these two verses, 47 and 48. So Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna.
Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna.
Paradharmat Swa Anustitat.
Paradharmat Swa Anustitat.
Swabhava Niyatam Karma.
Swabhava Niyatam Karma.
Kurvan Napnoti Kilvisam.
Kurvan Napnoti Kilvisam.
So
Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Paradharmat Swa Anustitat. Swabhava Niyatam Karma. Kurvan Napnoti Kilvisam.
Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunah Paradharmat Swanustitat Swabhavanityam Karma Kurvan Napnoti Kilvisham.
translation and purport. It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reaction. Purport. One's occupational duties prescribed in Bhagavad Gita. As already discussed in previous verses, the duties of a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra are described according to their particular mode of nature. One should not imitate another's duty. A man who is by nature attracted to kind of work done by Shudra should not artificially claim to be a Brahman. Although he may have been born into Brahman family, in this way one should work according to his own nature, and no work is abominable if performed in the service of Supreme Lord. The occupational duty of a Brahman is certainly in mode of goodness. But if a person is not by nature in mode of goodness, he should not imitate the occupational duty of Brahman. For a Kshatriya or an administrator, there are so many abominable things. A Kshatriya has to be violent to kill his enemies. Sometimes Kshatriya has to tell lies for the sake of diplomacy. Such violence and duplicity accompanied by political affairs, but Kshatriya is not supposed to give up his occupational duty, try to perform his duties of Brahman. One should act to satisfy Supreme Lord. For example, Arjuna was a Kshatriya. He was hesitating to fight the other party. But if such a fighting is performed for the sake of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no need. There need be no fear for degradation. In the business field also, sometimes a merchant has to tell so many lies to make profit. If he does not do so, there can be no profit. Sometimes a merchant said, "Oh, my dear customer, for you, I am making no profit." But one should know that without profit, the merchant cannot exist. Therefore, it should be taken as a simple lie if a merchant says he is not making a profit. But a merchant should not think that because he is engaged in an occupation in which the telling of lies is compulsory, he should give up his profession and pursue a profession of Brahman. That is not recommended. Whether one is Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra does not matter if he serves by his work, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even Brahmins who perform different types of sacrifices sometimes must kill animals, because sometimes animals are sacrificed in such ceremonies. Similarly, if a Kshatriya engaged in his own occupational skills, an enemy kills an enemy, there is no sin incurred. In the third chapter, these matters have been clearly and elaborately explained. Every man should work for the purpose of yajna, or for Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anything done for a personal sense gratification is the cause of bondage. The conclusion is that even everyone should be engaged according to particular mode of nature he has acquired, and he should decide to work only to serve the supreme cause of Supreme Lord. So Arjuna, in the first chapter, we saw Arjuna said, what is better for me? Whether I should fight or I should not fight, even if I kill these people, there is no use in living such a life. So what is better? Better for me to go into forest or meditation and or live by begging, he said. So that is the activity of renunciation, goodness a Brahman should do. But Arjuna is a Kshatriya. So Krishna never advised him to do that. And that is what Krishna is telling Arjuna here. As a Kshatriya, you should fight. So whoever is the enemy in front of you does not matter. You do your duty. As a matter of duty, you fight. And then there is no sins. There is no reactions. So like in the army, right, people go join the army. They just follow the orders of their superiors. So even if they attack on some people or enemies or other countries, they kill people. So the army men, they have to kill people. But when they kill the people of the opposite country or whoever it is, they don't get any criminal lawsuit or any punishment, because they are just following the orders of the superiors. So this is a very gross, simple example where if you just work under the superintendence of somebody who is superior than you, then you are not going to get any reactions or sins. So Krishna in the last words, he told, okay, you should worship Supreme by your work. So why Supreme? Because he is the shelter of everyone. So if he is the shelter of everyone, we should worship him. That is your duty. So whatever work you do work for him. So one thing is do work for him, or whatever work you do, offer it to him. So this is actually a process of karma yoga which can be connected to the Supreme by doing all our activities to his satisfaction or offering the results to the Supreme. Srila Prabhupada gives several examples. Right? We should do our duty, but in now doing our duty, because you are a businessman, you have to tell lies, does not mean that you do wrong businesses. It should not be taken as a license to do wrong things. Because if you do unnecessary wrong things, you are going to get sins. What is unavoidable, that is that is okay. But purposefully doing wrong things, purposefully telling lies, purposefully cheating people is not recommended here, because that will be that will result in your sins. You will get the sins for that. But where the situation which is unavoidable, yeah, it's acceptable. You will not get so much karma or sins in that. So even if sometimes it happens like, okay, I have a nature of Kshatriya, or I have a nature of Vaishya or Shudra, and I have to work hard. For Shudra, it's completely physical work. For Vaishya, it is physical plus mental work. And for Kshatriya, it is more physical work, plus the mental work of administration, Srila Prabhupada writes. So all these activities sometimes may look very troublesome. So if my nature is of Kshatriya and I do administration or that type of activity, I have to go through a lot of mental and physical pressure, stress. So if I think, oh, the duty of a Brahman is better, he just studies the scriptures and tries to teach the scriptures, I will do that. So that is not recommended here. Because if others' duty is looking good, so I want to do that, which is against my nature, is not recommended. So even if my nature is of Kshatriya and I try to work like Brahman, I cannot do it correctly. I am just doing it for my uh, reducing my hardship, and because I want to satisfy, I want to get satisfaction from the other work, I'm doing that. So that itself, the purpose of this doing the duty is gone, right? The purpose of doing the duty is to satisfy Supreme, but I'm doing this to satisfy myself. So the purpose is gone. That is one reason. Also, uh, the example of army man I gave is that if you do your duty under the supervision of Supreme Lord, you will not get any sins from that, and that is much safer way. But if I go to become Brahman and I chant the mantras wrongly because I am Kshatriya, right? So I cannot chant, so I wrongly chanted. Then if I wrongly chanting the mantra, I am going to get some reaction, or the result of the sacrifice will be different. So X is expected, Y will happen. So that is a wrong thing. So if I am Kshatriya nature, I should do Kshatriya. If I am Shudra, I should do Shudra. Does not matter. Whatever nature you have, does not matter. But if you worship Supreme by your work, then you can attain the perfection. So Krishna in the next verse also stresses this point, like why we should not give up our own activity. And that we'll see tomorrow. It's the continuation of today's theme of doing your activity. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much.
Hello, Prabhuji. I have a small doubt.
Yes, yes.
Today's verse, if we apply for Karna, he follows what Dhritarashtra, not Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana used to do, right? Do or say whatever he follows. Karna used to follow all Duryodhana's thing. So what he will be coming under? Like, is he considered good thing or bad thing? Because he follows all what he says, though he knows it's bad and everything.
So Karna, as per his nature, he was very religious, a perfect person. Like, means he was Danshur, means there was nobody in the three words like Karna at that time. And he had the qualification, right? Like Arjuna, he was the best bowman.
Right.
But his only problem was though he was learned in scriptures and everything, right? One thing he did wrong was he took the shiksha from Dronacharya by cheating him, right? By not telling him the truth. So that was one mistake. So there he got the punishment, right? That you will forget. And other thing, like he got chances, right? Means in his life, Krishna gave him chances to do the correct himself till the last minute. From the dharma point of view also. So Karna was supporting Duryodhan because from Sutaputra, Duryodhan made him Anga, Angaraj Karna. So king of Anga. So that itself, for that one thing, he supported Duryodhan as a friend. But if you think from dharma point of view, supporting a friend is one thing, but supporting friend in the wrong thing, like that was wrong. There the problem happened, right? That he should not have supported for Draupadi's Vastraharan or trying to in the palace, fire palace. He should not have supported, but he indirectly supported those activities. So in the Mahabharata, Karna's character is the most not controversial, but a character where you feel, if you read Karna's story, right, books of Karna and all, you feel attachment to Karna also, seeing his personal life also, how much he had to suffer. But then when he dies, we also feel bad. Oh, he was a good person, but but he got what he did, right? At the last moment also, Krishna gave him the chance, right? That, okay, you fight from Pandava's side. Right? You are the sixth Pandav, so you fight. But for his promise to Duryodhan, he didn't. So he was on Adharma side, right? So when in the 11th chapter, Kala Rupa, Karna's name is there, right? He will also be killed, right? But the Karna became the main or the Senapati of Kaurav Sena on 16th or 17th day, right? After Bhishma Dev and everybody, then he became, Duryodhan made him the main person, and he died on the same day. So one thing it is said that so Karna had good karma also, right? He did so many good things, so he didn't have to wait till the end. So he died before Duryodhan, right? So that was also a arrangement that Duryodhan might have become the main person, right? But he made Karna. And Bhishma said that I will not fight if Karna is there in the army, right? So in all the first 11 or 12 days when Bhishma Dev was the main person, whatever activities, adharmic activities happened, Karna was not part of that. Right? He was somehow saved. So it's both way, right? But Karna was on adharma side. That was the problem, right?
Right.
So, some of the characters we cannot say good or bad. He was a good person, but on the wrong side.
Wrong side.
But then you cannot be saved if you are on the adharma side. That is the main teaching of Mahabharata. So all the characters are like that only. It means individually they are very best people, big Kshatriya, but on adharma side you will lose. Right? So same is for Karna also.
Though he is very powerful and very good natured, because of the wrong side, everything affected him.
Yeah, means, and he also knew. Actually, if you read Karna's book, I have also read. And Karna knew that he's not going to win against Arjuna, and Duryodhana is also going to lose. He knew that.
Okay.
Because he knew that it's adharma. Whatever happened with Draupadi is not correct. He knew that. So, but still he takes to side of just for friendship. That's why Karna is a representation of friendship, right? It's when you become a friend of wrong person, also you support him. But that is not advised. When your friend is doing wrong, as a good friend, you have to correct him or you have to leave him as per Shastra. Karna didn't do that. So good and bad both are there in Karna's life. So that's how it is. When I read Karna's book, I read 2 books of his. I also feel very bad. Like, oh my God, he should not have died on the battlefield. There should have been something different death. Na? His death was very a death, not a death of Kshatriya. But by that he got purified at the last moment. He repaid whatever mistakes he has done, right? So that's a good thing for his next life, right? So in one way he was saved also by the humiliation he got.
Thank you so much for your explanation.
No problem. Thank you for the question or comment. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.